So, Jim, talk us through the decision to step down from the school committee.
Well, it's a personal decision, something that's been percolating for the last 2 weeks or so, and talking with my family, it was best in our interest that I step back for a minute for a couple of months and focus on the family. And so that's why I had to do what I did.
How many years have you served?
How old is he? I started in '99, so that's 23. I was going into my 24th year.
No, I have to ask this question. You said you thought about it for a couple weeks. Is there something, the direction of the school committee that you don't like or anything like that?
No, no, no. It's absolutely personal. Again, it was a focus on my family. And for right now, I just can't be out 2 to 3 nights a week going to school functions and things like that when, my attention really has to be at home right now.
So basically, you're telling me you're the opposite of Tom Brady.
I like to think it's pretty solid, but what happens at home stays at home. Right.
Looking back at the 23, 24 years that you served, what are you most proud of?
Well, I think the quality of the people that I've been able to work with. Not only superintendents, assistant superintendents, but I've been able to go through schools and I've seen staff assist kids in a lot of different ways, giving them high fives. You can see the stress on their face when they're trying to give special attention to one student at the expense of the other 22 or whatever the case may be. Just very proud of the profession. The educational profession is just amazing.
How important was passage of Proposition 2.5 in North Attleboro to the school system?
Well, I think that was an important piece. I think Keith LaPointe was the point person when it came to that. Mike Lennox was a big player in that too, and they were out, day and night trying to plan for the long-term financial stability of the district. They also included money for the Chromebooks, which hit at just the right time because COVID hit. Those Chromebooks were in the hands of students. We would have liked to have had maybe another year of experience with those to make that happen, but it was vital. It was really vital. In hindsight, I don't know that we could have done COVID without that.
And could not have been done without Proposition 2.5 being passed as well.
We're told that it could not. Of course, school committee is focused on the education of kids and those finances. We had already feed people to death, right? I was against those fees. You and I grew up without fees, right? If you wanted to go out for the track team, you just walked out. If you want a tennis team, just show up with a tennis racket. So things have evolved over the course of the last 40 years, and you just have to try to keep up with it. It's unfortunate that the fees are still there, but someone told me once that once the money's there, you're never going to get rid of it again. So
I asked you what you're most proud of. Looking back 23, 24 years, anything you wish you could have accomplished as a member of the school committee but just wasn't able to?
I think it would have been to be in greater contact with some of my former colleagues on the school committee. Their lives change, people move along, and great group of public servants. So that's probably something that I would have liked to have been able to accomplish. Stay in touch with them. I am now with some folks, but everybody was just so amazing and committed, without any personal stake in the outcome, so to speak. At least I didn't detect any.